everybody, and welcome to Big Sky Country. I'm Wayne Wise, along with Butch Morgan. We are at Helena, Montana, for the Montana State High School Rodeo Championships. No, this isn't a hunting show. This is a real live, in-your-face rodeo show. And Butch, here in Helena, it's going to be big.
Hey, Helena, Montana, Big Sky Country, cowboys, cowgirls. It's going to be awesome, Wayne. Let's get it on.
Let's hang on tight, shall we? Busted a move. You'll remember the little mojo. Well, it might be still waters here in Helena, but don't let that fool you. Because I'll tell you right now, the action at the Montana State High School Finals Championship, it is anything but smooth sailing. With these great pen of horses and bulls, the cowboys and cowgirls are going to have their hands full. Butch, this is going to be a big-time competition, isn't it?
You know, it really is in Montana for the high school state championship. Look, the bulls are resting, but the cowboys aren't. What a beautiful state to have the finals in. What a beautiful town, Helena, Montana.
Well, and you know, we talk a lot about the youth of America, but do you see these colts here in the bucking horse pens? Just like the two-legged cowboys, they start them young. Hey, let's see how mom and dad fare in this bronc riding. We're going to start with the saddle bronc riding. Tuck Johnson of Browning, Montana. Flight Plan, the name of the horse drawn for him. Now, those colts back in the back pen, they're watching mom and dad do what they do so they can learn how to do it as well. Here's Tuck. Hang on, Tuck. Go on. Flight Plan, that's the horse. That is going to work just fine. Nice bronc ride for Tuck Johnson. That's a good way to start this bronc riding, isn't it?
You know, it's a great way to start the bronc riding. This boy's just a sophomore. Watch this. He got to get his feet up there right where they're supposed to be. He's jerking on that rein. He's a little loose there, but he is kicking.
And that is the name of the game in the bronc riding. We look to our Wrangler officials, and they like it. 69 is the score for Tuck. 69 for Tuck Johnson. That is the score we're going to try to beat here in this bronc riding. You know, as we watch this bronc riding, we talk a lot about Montana being home of some of the greatest bronc riders in the world, but it is also home of some of the best bucking horses that we see. Trevor Vira, Richie Montana, Spirit Walker. That's the name of the horse under the W's of this senior's bronc saddle. Here we go. Hang on, Mr. Vira. Oh, no. I mean, ripped him out of there. No score for Trevor.
Well, you can watch this. I think he's rosin broke right here. He has started out, and watch this, just rips him out of there. Old Paint said, I don't think so.
Man, what a powerful bucking horse by the name of Spirit Walker. Trevor Vira, he's been around great bucking horses for a long, long time, and you can bet he's kind of grinning about that one. He'd probably like to own that horse himself. No score for Trevor Vira. Spirit Walker got that guy on the ground. All right, let's try Evan Smith, shall we? Broadus, Montana. He has got a horse that we call Dog Soldier. Evan Smith, here's another senior. We won't see him again. Vapor Lock. Now we're going to ride. Evan Smith, Dog Soldier, hang on. Little tall in the saddle. Ow. Boy, that hurts. No score.
Boy, he's got his little chinks on there, but he kind of tipped him up when he first came out there. He never did get going. The old horse stalled in the deal, kind of panicked. He got his feet behind him and zigzag thumpo.
Yeah, that is not the horse that you really want to draw, and he made a one-point landing chin first. No score for Evan Smith. Man, that horse had more moves than a chicken full of X-Lax, didn't he?
He did. He's picking his hat up. He wants to try again.
Well, he'll have an opportunity to try again, just not here and not today. TJ Parsons, he's going to have an opportunity to try right now. TJ from East Glacier, Montana, he has got a horse called Icebreaker. TJ Parsons, Ash Grove Buck and Shoot. TJ says, I'm ready. Let's do it. Look at this horse. Wow.
Hey, they better keep the name of this horse. They might see him at the NFR someday. That son of a gun buck now.
I mean to tell you, Look at how high the horse's front feet are off the ground, and look how far the horse extends with those back feet. I mean, that is a powerhouse bucking horse. No score for TJ. Icebreaker dusted him.
Yeah, remember that name, Icebreaker. You're going to hear that horse again.
Let's go now to Jake Johnston. He hangs his hat in Melville, Montana. He has got a horse drawn for him today called Big Show. Jake Johnston, here's another senior in our bronc. Look at the size of that bucking horse. Uh-oh, trouble. Ironed him out, slam dunked him, no score for Jake. Man, these horses are bucking.
I think it's that Montana grass. They're all fat if you look. They feel good. The horses are really feeling good. This, just ripped him up and drove his head in the ground. But I'll tell you what, he tried him. He really tried him.
Well, try is one thing. Getting to the whistle is an entirely different thing. No score for Jake Johnston. Well, let's go pick up Cameron Overcast, shall we, of Chinook, Montana. Overcast has a horse called Dark Skies. There might be a storm brewing. All right, Cameron, trying to beat a 69. Hang on to him. Hang on. Ow! Ow. Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Man, that horse did buck, too. I think he might be hurt a little.
I think he might be hurt a lot. The lights are on, but I don't think anybody's home right now. Cameron Overcast did hit the ground hard, didn't he?
Oh, man. Let's see if we can see what happened on this replay, Wayne. This horse comes out. He's really bucking, jacks him up. There, oh, man, just drove his head in the ground.
I mean, that is a classic yard dart. Watch this. Oh, here's going to be a good angle. Close your eyes. Ooh!
Man, just whiplashed him into the ground. I'll tell you what, this boy is like out on his feet, it looks like.
Now, friends, let me tell you what. If you want to play cowboy in Montana, get ready for a little dose of that. And he's real lucky that horse didn't step all over the middle of him as well. Cameron Overcast being attended to by our paramedics right now. While they take care of Cameron, I think maybe we ought to take care of some business. We're going to be back with more. You stick around. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody, to 20X Rodeo High. We've got some business to take care of. Before we go any further, we'd like to say thanks to Wrangler for the cowboy in you, and to Gist Silversmiths, crafting legends piece by piece. Also thanks to Ariat, where performance is in our souls. We also recognize our friends at Dodge, where they remind you can take life as it comes or grab life by the horns. And Corral West Ranchwear, the official Western wear retailer of the National High School Rodeo Association. And HorseCity.com, keeping the horse world connected. You know, when we left, we were very interested to see how Cameron Overcast was going to turn out. After this horrendous crash, going headfirst into the arena floor, our paramedics had a good look at him. And I can tell you right now, even though it looks bad, they tell us that Cameron is going to be all right.
Oh, that is great news, Wayne. Great news.
Well, he got up and walked out of here under his own power once he realized he was in Helena instead of Helsinki. Whew, what a wild wreck that was. And guess what? We got more bronc riding to take care of. Chaz Ophis. He is next. Shepherd, Montana. That's where he hangs his hat. Chaz Ophis. Now, think about this. You've just watched your buddy Cameron Overcast get absolutely slam dunked and ironed out. Chaz, he's got to keep his mind in the middle. Goose, that's the name of this horse. Hard to handle. Boy, that was a hard to handle, no timing kind of a bucking horse that outsmarted Chaz Ophis.
You know, that's exactly what he did. He outsmarted him. He hadn't kicked once. He just kind of hogged out through there and just kind of ducked and dived, and right there got him.
You know, that's the kind of a horse that all of his friends are going to tease him about getting bucked off of. The horse, as you said, didn't have a lot of kick, not a lot of power, just kind of wallered out through there and slipped out from under him. Nonetheless, it's a no score for Chaz Ophis. Chance Weeding, he's getting ready right now. Weeding from Jordan, Montana. He's got a horse called Coyote. Here is just a sophomore. All right, Chance. Oh, my. Stay right there. Hang on to him. Don't you quit. Lift. Reach. You got him. Nice little bronc ride. That was good stuff.
You know, the whistle come at the right time for him because he had him loosened up here. He tried him, I'll guarantee you. The farther they went, the looser he got. The first jump, I thought they had him bucked off right there, and he just kept trying him. But watch this. He's just getting a little looser, a little looser. When the bell goes off, he gets off on his feet.
Well, you only have to ride him for 8 here in high school rodeo. Anything after 8 really doesn't matter. Chance Weeding got the deal done. Our officials say 56. Now, our officials realized that he was kind of loosened up as well. Consequently, that's why the score is a little lower than Chance wanted. We go now to Levi Hendrickson. We met him last week in the bareback riding. Got a horse called War Party. Look at this paint bucking horse. Come on, Levi, stay in the middle. Hot little bronc ride. Don't you quit. You got him. You got him. Yes, sir. Levi Hendrickson has handled the horse called War Party, and boy, he handled him nicely, didn't he?
He rode him like a new car, I'll guarantee you. Watch him when he comes out. He's got his feet up there, and he's going to give this horse a kicking. And this is not the easiest horse to ride. He's kind of hogging around there, kind of kicking at his belly and ducking and diving, and he just stayed right with him, kicked him for a great score.
Great score is right. 71 is what they say for Levi. 71 points for the Arley, Montana senior. That was a good bronc ride. Well, as we watch Levi walk back to get the congratulations from all of his cowboy partners, we are going to take a look at that leaderboard here from the Montana State High School Championships, and guess who is going to be right on top of that leaderboard? Levi Hendrickson, that's who, with a score of 71. Tug Johnson, he picked up second with a 69. Chance Wheating was third with his 56, but then it was all broncs. Only 3 qualified rides here at the Montana State Championships. You know what? I think right now we ought to head over to the timed event side of things. Time for the Cowgirls breakaway roping. Hey, if you've got to go to the bathroom, wait until after the breakaway roping. This is not going to take long. Brianne Murnion, Jordan, Montana. Her dad, world-class bareback rider. Well, unfortunately, the bareback rider didn't get the coaching necessary, evidently, in the breakaway roping. It's going to be a no time for Brianne.
That calf kind of comes out and kind of ducks to the right and had his head dropped, and she didn't really have enough dip in that loop. And you can see this on the replay, but she gave him a good shot. She went up there and tried, and she's pretty disappointed, but I guarantee you she'll be back.
Well, yeah, she's only a sophomore. We're going to see a lot more of her. Let's go to Arley, Montana for our next breakaway roper. This is Jessica Pichetti. Arley, Montana, here is another sophomore. It's a nod. It's a ride, swing, and rope one. Oh. That one didn't fit, but look, she's carrying 2 loops. That is a good thing. All right, Jessica. Regroup, refocus, and now stick it all over this calf. Get right up there in the hole where you need to. Reach out. That is going to work. 1753 on 2 loops for Jessica.
That's such a hard deal, that 2-loop deal. Boy, she just kind of hit, and that rope just did not get lucky. But this is what's hard, is to, you're disappointed you missed your first loop. You jerk your second one down and try to get this calf lined up on the fence. This is a hard deal, and you want to be quick, but you don't want to miss him. See, the calf kind of went up the fence. Now she's kind of getting regrouped, getting her arm up, and she runs up there and just sticks it on him nice this time.
Well, and we also have to keep in mind that the horse, he thinks the job's over when the first loop misses. They're not used to having to chase him with 2 loops, and old Sarley was like, what do you mean, Jessica? You mean you didn't catch him the first time? Oh, no, now I got to get back up in position and do it again. Caitlin Louder, Polson, Montana. Here's a senior. She's next. Green lights on. Come on, Caitlin, reach out and get him. She did, too. Nice run. 5.23 is going to be the time for Caitlin Louder. 5:23, nothing wrong here.
She gets out a pretty good start. This calf is trying to run a little. She runs up there, looks him over, and hey, she gets him right around the old neck now.
That is exactly the way you're supposed to do it. 5:23 now becomes the time we're trying to beat here in this breakaway roping. Well, JoBeth Askin is waiting in the wings for her shot at a 5:23. JoBeth from Belgrade, Montana, just a junior, trying to get that horse positioned properly. It is very important that these cowgirls get their horse in the far back corner of the roping box. There's the nod. Here she comes. JoBeth Askin. Oh, my! That didn't take long. 3.13 is the time for JoBeth, and that calf almost ran through it, didn't he?
Well, he looked to me like he did run through it, but I'm not the judge. But that horse was so great in the box. He never twitched an ear. I mean, she got her a good start, too.
Well, I think the deal is the rope only has to go around the calf's neck. If he gets through it and it hangs on a hind foot and breaks free, that's okay. It doesn't have to be tight around the calf's neck to have a qualified run.
She was very lucky on that one.
Better to be lucky than good some days. All right, Amber Crowley, she's in the box right now. Poplar, Montana. She's a junior. We're trying to beat a 3.13. Come on, Amber. Boy, she smoked it on him. 485 is going to be her time. She was gunning at it.
Boy, she was too. The calf run just a little harder than the last calf, and that's what took that time. Instead of being 3, she was 4.
Well, and that's a good call. It's a luck of the draw situation. Sometimes you draw the calf that, as these breakaway ropers call them, sometimes you draw the pooch. Sometimes you draw the ones that really fly. Sarah Gunsler, Ronan, Montana. She's going to be next to go. All right, Sarah, reach out and rope him. She's got him. 4.46. Boy, they are stepping this thing up, aren't they?
Hey, these girls from Montana come to play now. I'll guarantee you what, all of them just run up there and rope right around the neck. That horse stopped good and got the flag. Good run.
Everything worked just the way it was supposed to for Sarah. Her time of 4.46. Well, what do you say we take a look at the leaderboard from the Montana State High School Championships? Jo Beth Askin, she's on top with a blistering 3.13. Not far behind. Second place, Mill Iron with a 3.18. Here's a look at the rest of the top 10, and I can tell you the Cavs won 2 out of 10. That is not bad. Hey, we got a lot more coming your way. You stick around. We'll be back. Looks to me like we have about got the stage set for the pole bending. Emmy Kolka, Volberg, Montana, just a sophomore. Now, as you watch the pole bending, I want you to watch these ladies' Ariat boots. Watch the way they cue the horses through this pattern. It's 6 one way, you turn around, do 6 more the other way. Key ingredient, I was just going to say the key thing that you have to do is keep all of the poles up. Unfortunately, Emmy's got 1 down. That will move her total to 25.90. I thought she was going to get past all of them, didn't you?
You know I did, and you said watch those feet. Watch the feet of the horses, too. Every time they go through a pole, they change leads, and that is very important in this pole bend. If they hang up a little, her shoulder got that one. But this is a nice horse. She did run a 20, so let me tell you, without that 5-second fine, she's right there.
Haley Anderson, Townsend, Montana. She's on the way down to make her first pass through them. There's the first corner. Now you run back through them 6 times. You wheel around that end pole right there and go back through them 1 more time. Got to keep them up. Looking good. All right, Haley, go for it. Haley Anderson, Townsend, Montana. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get to the finish line. 19.83 is her time. 19.83, that is a wow.
That is a great run. Anytime you get in the 19s, you are tough. You're probably going to see this girl a lot in the pole bend. This horse changed leads. Watch this. Sticks it around that last barrel, or the last pole. What a great run. And she rode him like, she rode like a champion.
Well, 1983, she's in line for the championship as we speak. Jessica Milliron, Polson, Montana, she's at work right now. You'll remember, she just wound up winning second in our breakaway roping. She's had a pretty good day so far. All right, come on, get around them. Everything's good. Keep them up. Hurry, smooth, easy. 1 more time, now go. Jessica Milliron, Polson, Montana, the senior, is across the line in a time of 20.79.
Another great run, Wayne, in the 20s. When you get in the 20s, you are running some poles. Watch this. She rides great. She's got that rein in her left hand up there. Her ponytail's flying in the air. These girls come to play here in old Helena at the Montana State Championships.
Well, Jessica made a great run, and you just said, anytime you can post a 20-second pole run or better, you know that you have just done a great, great job. 20.79 is where it ends for Haley. That puts her second right now. Here's Morgan Knutson, Vaughn, Montana. She is just a junior. All right, get around the first one, then start the weave through them. Morgan looks good so far. A little wide on that far end. She's going to have to make up a little ground in between. Smooth, easy. 1 more time. Now go. Here she is. Hurry, Morgan. Go on with it. 21.61 is her time. 21.61 for Morgan Knutson. That wide pole at the end, that may very well have cost her.
You know what? That is exactly what happened. She is getting along great. She's weaving through these poles. That horse is changing lead. She's up over the horse, got her hands, and she goes by the last pole just a little wide right there. That's the difference between a 21.61 and in the 20s right there, Wayne.
Well, as we look down the alley, I think Jessica Pachetti is getting ready. Arlie, Montana, we just met her in the breakaway roping. Didn't work so well for her in the breakaway roping. Let's hope it's better here in the pole bending. Jessica Pachetti, Arlie, Montana, just a sophomore. First trip through. Looks like it's okay. She wiggled that 1. Everything's all right. Come on, Jessica. Oh, she wiggled. Wiggled the 1, but smoked that end pole. That is the hardest pole to get around. That's what the pole benders say. 25.90, including the knocked over pole, 25.90.
You know, she's making a great run. It's just like playing golf or anything. You really got to concentrate. You know, and when you're doing 20 seconds of totally concentrate, miss that pole, get this rain, do that, maybe just a little concentration lack right there might have got that last pole.
Yep, that could have very easily been pilot error. Here comes Jordan Merrill. Let's see what kind of a pilot she's going to be. Stanford, Montana. Little sorrel horse, kind of slow toward that first end pole. She's going to have to pick it up just a little. Come on, Jordan. Hurry every chance you can. Back through them. Boy, there's a good look at those horses' front feet. Looking good. All right, Jordan, now hurry. Now hurry. Go for it. Hustle, hustle. 21-21 will be the time for Jordan. 21-2-1 for Jordan Merrill.
You can watch on the replay, you know, this horse is, he's maybe a little green at this, and I think he's just coming. She's taking him slow. When she speeds him up, he's going to be in the 20s pretty easy. He was not that far away from it.
Well, I think you're right, and you could see on the end poles the greenness of this horse, perhaps. One way or the other, 21-21, nothing to sneeze at, but it's not quite as quick as she wanted to be. All right, let's go now to Kayla Driesen, Circle, Montana pole bender. Here comes Kayla. We are still trying to beat that 1983. Kayla Driesen, good-looking black horse. Uh-oh, she is bad wide on that first end pole. That is going to make her job a little more difficult through the rest of them. Right now, she's got 5, 4, 3, 2, one more pole. It's up, now ride. Kayla Driesen, Circle, Montana. She will cross the line in 21.11 with the wide first corner. That could have been fast.
That could have been real fast. Watch him. He just blows by that first pole over there. Slides. I think that ground gave away a little. She's probably the last on the ground. The ground's a little weak, and that horse just slid by. But she stands up over him, get over that horse, got both hands in that reins. This horse, she's going to be tough. She wasn't that far out of it, even with that going wide.
Yeah, a 21.11 with a wide corner. She smooths that wide corner up. She's right down there in that 22nd range.
This was a tough pole bending.
Oh, very tough pole bending. Yes, indeed. Anytime a 1983 sits on top of our leaderboard, yeah, you can say tough. Speaking of leaderboard, let's look at it in black and white. Montana State High School Finals pole bending goes like this. Haley Anderson, she's going to win it with a blazing 1983. As we look through the top 10, 25.94 finishes 10th, but that's with a knocked over pole. Take away 5 from that, you have got more 22nd runs. We got more coming your way. We are going to be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to 20X Rodeo High. I'm Wayne Wise along with Butch Morgan, and we are coming to you live from Big Sky Country, Montana. We're in Helena, Montana for the Montana State High School Championships. Fishing boat in Montana? Yeah, I'll bet some of you thought this was just all wide open prairie. It's not. Some of the best fishing and outdoors life that you can find anywhere. This is pretty country.
It is beautiful country. Montana is a beautiful state. I mean, an unbelievable state.
Well, they get plenty of summertime rains. That means the grass is going to be high, and it means the animal athletes are going to be treated for a feast all the time. Hey, speaking of feasts, what do you say we feast on some calf roping, shall we? Kyle McLean, Miles City, Montana. He's going to be the first one in line for our feast. Here is a sophomore from Miles City. Watch the horses. Watch the way these horses stop and back up once that calf roper has made a successful catch. Kyle McLean got him caught. It's catch as catch can. But I can assure you, when you get down and start to tie 3 feet on this calf, it's going to be a little more difficult for Kyle than it would be if he'd have roped him smooth around the neck. He'll go to the underside front foot, put one wrap around it and the back foot, then bring the second front foot into the deal. 23.68. That is not really the way that Kyle McLean wanted that to work out.
You know, you can see him. He ropes this calf and just kind of runs him through it, and the horse didn't really stop. He kind of come up on the rope a little. Usually a horse will, when you rope a hind leg, will really get to work in the rope, and you can't hardly tie one. I remember one year at the national finals, Roy Cooper roped a hind leg on a calf and tied him in 11 to win the world championship. He had practiced it before.
Well, Roy Cooper is an entirely different deal than our high school athletes, but Roy got his start in high school rodeos like so many of the world champion pro cowboys, and you're right. He spent hours in the practice pen tying them up like that because you never know when you catch a leg, you still got to go on with it and make a run. 23.68, that's where it ended for Kyle McLean. Let's go now to Travis Nichols, Helena, Montana. You think this guy isn't tuned up for this deal? Home arena advantage. He's going to try to take advantage of that. Travis Nichols, Helena, Montana. He is just a junior. There again, you see that orange flag. That's the barrier line. Got to get out. Got to let the calf have a fair head start. Oh, this is looking good. Come on, up, down. String the front one. The back two come up. 3 wraps. You're out of there. Nice run. 9.51. Uh-oh. You see in the background that man picking up the penalty flag didn't get out. Oh, there's a good look at it.
You know what,
the barrier
calf,
down.
Yeah, the calf kind of, when he come out, he kind of turned, and I think that just give the angle where he run through the barrier. But, if you've never broken a barrier before, you've never run one.
That's exactly right. Broken barrier cost him 10, makes it 1951, but Butch, you make a very good point. If you've never broken a barrier, A, you've never run one, and B, you've never tried to win first. If you're trying to win first, every once in a while, you will indeed break that barrier. Jake Newton, Glasgow, Montana. He's going to be the next one to go. Here's a sophomore trying to be faster than 1951. That's the fast run so far. Ooh, he's a little late. Come on, Jake, get up there. There you go. Now get down and get after it. Hurry. Get to this black calf. Oh, you got to stay on your feet. Ugh. There's where the muscles come in. Little misstringing on the front leg. That was not good. And you can see, just like it was in the goat tying from last week, those little mistakes cost you dearly. 1932 will be the time for Jake.
Yeah, those little mistakes, like you said, just, every time you make a bad step, it just adds a second to him. The calf kind of run pretty hard. He gets him roped really nice, gets him slack, steps off, runs down the rope. He gets a hold of that rope good. The calf's kind of run. If his horse would have backed up just a couple of steps, would have helped him a lot.
Well, I think you're right. The horse didn't help him as much as he could have, but right there, that's all on Jake. He misstrung him. That cost him. And then all of the momentum just kind of goes out the window. The tie starts getting a little sloppy, and not really what he wanted. Nonetheless, that's what he's going to have to settle for. 1951 for Jake. Cody 2 of Belgrade, Montana. He's going to be the next guy to give it a shot. Cody 2. Now remember, in our team roping from last week, Cody 2, he wound up on top of that leaderboard. So we know that this guy is accustomed to winning, to say the least. Cody 2, Belgrade, Montana, just a junior. Green light's on. Here he comes. All right, Cody. Oh, nice quick catch. Hey, this might be a money run. Calf tried to get behind him just a little. Got him up, got him down. Front one strong. It's looking good. Come on, Cody. Not bad. A little trouble on the ground, but not bad. 13:45 is where it ends. Not
he hustles
bad
right back to his horse, too, because I don't think he had him tied just like he wanted to. The calf runs pretty hard. He gets him roped nice. The horse stops, but then comes up on the rope. That's what made the calf kind of take off on him a little. If the horse would just stand still, he'd have been a lot better and probably been 11 or maybe a 10 on him. But he runs his string really good here.
Everything looks good right there. He kind of double clutched, and then another little double clutch on that half hitch. But unlike you, if that horse just parks it instead of takes that one step forward, that could have been real fast. 13:45, nonetheless, is where it will end for Cody. Kyle DeSever, Roberts, Montana. He's the next man set to go. Now this guy, even though he's a junior, he is not a very big boy. Here comes Kyle. All right, Kyle, stick it on him. Nice catch. All right, get to him in a hurry. Here again, the calf trying to get behind him. I don't know if that's a horse malfunction or not. 1, 2, 3 wraps, half hitch. He's out of there. 13:67 is going to be the time. 13:67, and that bay horse didn't help him either.
You know what? He didn't help him a lick. In fact, he was going to try to help him. Maybe he's going to walk up there and put his foot on his head to help him time, but the horse comes up on the rope right there real bad, and if he'd have just stayed still, he'd have been great.
Yeah, here again, these horses, well, sometimes they have an off day. They forget what their job is. I'm pretty impressed with a 13:67. Turned in by Kyle. He had to do it all on his own. That bay didn't help him one iota. Bridger Chambers, he's going to be next. Stevensville, Montana, former home of Flint Rasmussen. Here's a sophomore. All right, Bridger, reach out and get him. He's got him. Ooh, nice transition from horse to ground. Hey, this might work. Come on, Bridger. Gather, tie, get done. Hot little run, 11:50 for the sophomore from Stevensville. That was good stuff.
Boy, that was a great run. This is a big, tall boy, too. I don't know how tall he is, but he's probably a good basketball player. But this calf run hard, and he reached and roped him. Watch this get off. Smooth, takes about 4 steps down that rope. A good flank. He strings him good, and what they say in the calf rope, he runs his string real good right here.
Well, he ran that string all the way to the pay window, it looks to me like. 11.50. That is the new time to beat here in this calf roping. Good run for Bridger Chambers. Let's go now to Pryor, Montana, and we will pick up Caleb Scott, trying to move the 11.50. You know, there are so many little things in this calf roping that you got to do right to have a fast time. Here's Caleb. Got to have your tip down to get him caught. Caleb does. Got to get off smooth, which Caleb does. Hey, Caleb's got everything going right. Come on, Caleb. Whoop, one little bobble right there. One little bobble right there, and it cost him dearly. 15.12 for Caleb. I hope we get a chance to see the replay. I think it will show exactly what happened on the ground.
Yeah, he just got that string over that leg. He come out great. Horse run hard. You watch this. Horse runs hard. Calf runs hard. Zigging and zagging. Flicks that. Boy, the horse did stop now, and he's going to just stand there, get back on the rope. He flanks it good. Now watch this. It looks to me like he hangs that string right there. He didn't get it thrown out quite far enough, and when he gathered those legs to grab the string, it was just kind of a mess.
Well, you're right. He didn't get the string placed out in front of him where he wanted to, and it hung on that calf's back left toe. Then when he went to gather the legs, it was all in a knot, and that just made things kind of ugly for Caleb. 15-12 nonetheless. That's how it's going to end for the calf roper from Pryor. Here's how it's going to end from the Montana State High School Championships. Bridger Chambers, he's going to win the whole shooting match with the 11.50. Down through the top 10, we see Sam Levine. He picks up 10th with a 23.40, and that was not a bad day of calf roping here in Helena, Montana. We got more. We're going to be back. Don't you move. Welcome back, everybody, to 20X Rodeo High. We've got some business to take care of. Before we go any further, we'd like to say thanks to Wrangler for the cowboy in you, and to Gist Silversmiths, crafting legends piece by piece. Also thanks to Ariat, where performance is in our souls. We also recognize our friends at Dodge, where they remind you can take life as it comes or grab life by the horns. And Corral West Ranchwear, the official Western wear retailer of the National High School Rodeo Association, and HorseCity.com, keeping the horse world connected. Welcome back, everybody, to 20X Rodeo High. Hey, if you're an adrenaline junkie, this is for you. Time to ride some bulls. Tyler Mullaney, Butte, Montana. Got a bull called Cesspool. Here's Tyler. It's 8 seconds of pure adrenaline. Oh, Tyler, no. Hey, let go of him. Tyler in a storm. Oh, my. Hand hung in that rope. And I'll tell you right now, the Carhartt bullfighters just earned their paycheck. Tyler just about got disrobed during the melee. No score for Tyler. Watch this
when he
replay.
comes out, he gets that foot behind him, rips him over, he hangs up. Tell you, this bull is trying to undress him, rips his shafts off. The Carhartt boys are in there. I mean, they are doing a great job getting him saved.
I'll tell you right now, that is a real scary place to be when you're down under nearly a ton of live leather. And yeah, look, his shafts are in pieces. No score for Tyler. That's too bad. He's a senior. We won't see him next year. Andy Severston, Belt, Montana. He's next. Andy Severston, he's got a bull called Titanic. Look at the size of this bull in the Corral West Ranchwear gate. That is a big, big piece of animated hamburger, I will assure you.
As they say, this is a large farm animal right here.
You got that right. Andy, trying to get everything just right, says, all right, boys, let's ride. Andy Silverstone, look at the size of that bull. Round to the right. Come on, Andy. Uh-oh. Spun him right out of there. No score for Andy. I thought he had a good seat on that bull.
I thought he had a real good, just ripped his hand out there, I think, right there. He's had his feet in there and just ripped his hand out of the rope.
Well, he got back to the end of his arm just a little bit, and that means that the bull put all of the power right through his bull rope and into his riding hand. A little too much power for Andy. It's a no score. Tuck Johnson, Browning, Montana. He's going to be next. We saw him in the bronc riding. Now, let's watch him here in the bull riding. Tuck Johnson has got a bull called Mighty Mouse. Little bitty Holstein Cross. Little bitty still dusted him. It's a no score for Tuck.
He did. He's pretty disappointed in himself, too. As you can tell, he started pretty good riding. I think his feet just came out, and he got kind of tipped over into his hand, and when the bull moved away, it was all over with.
Well, a combination here is little bull, big bull rider. Tuck is kind of a long-legged guy, had a hard time getting his feet where they needed to be on that small bull. Cliff Salveson, Malta, Montana. He's the next bull rider getting ready. So far, we haven't got one ridden. This bull we call Helter Skelter. He's a little bad to ride. Hey, this guy's going to ride him. Hang on to him. Don't you quit. Uh-oh, look out. Watch it! Yo!
Man, he gets freight trained. I'll tell you what, I thought he had him rode. He started out good. Watch this. His foot kind of turned out there. Didn't get his spur in him. Like this. I still think he's got him rode.
Well, it sure looked like it.
Whoa.
But then, yeah, you see Helter Skelter again running back to the end of his arm and then just chili whop him, and then just about gave him an 1,800-pound package of Preparation H.
Yeah, just slam dunked him. When he brought it around, he looked pretty good. And like you say, got back on his rope, then whappo, here it comes.
Well, anytime you get back to the end of your arm, he recovered once, but this time, see him get all stretched out, then that bull just rips him down and puts him right where he wanted him. Ooh, that's a scary place to be if you're a bull rider, I will promise you.
That is not a fun place to be down there with that guy breathing all over you.
Yeah, anytime you can smell the bull's breath, you know that you are in a very dangerous predicament. Dustin Jenkins, he will be the next bull rider. Dustin from Lolo, Montana. Got a bull called Blizzard. Now, if you are in Montana and you have a bull called Blizzard, you can bet it might get just a tad bit stormy.
I can believe it. The Bulls have been winning. Look at this one. He just jumps and kicks, comes around.
Yep.
He sounded a pretty good seat on him. He may get it done. Oh, right at the end of it.
You won't ride one any further than that to not get a score. Everything is good. Dustin looks like he's got him knocked out. And then right at the end, the inside foot, the left foot, it came loose. Bucks him off in 7.74 seconds. Do you realize that is less than a quarter of a second away from conquering that bull?
That is way too close.
Well, close but no cigar, no score for Dustin. Now let's go to Nolan Deschemaker, Lewistown, Montana. Got a bull called Pongo. Pongo? What kind of a name is that for a bucking bull?
I don't know, but I bet he bucks. This is just a freshman now. This is a young boy.
Little spotted bull. That's what, set him up, hung him out to dry, and it's a no score for Nolan. Watch this little bull. Little bull fakes left, and Nolan takes the fake, gets over there, and then Pongo says, nope, I think I'm going to go this way.
You give him that little stutter step right there, then just adios. And that's just being a freshman, being young. He'll figure those deals out.
Well, let's go now to the Harrington Bottling Company bucking chute. Brendan Lemon, Lewistown, Montana. Got a bull called Barney. Well, we go from Pongo to Barney. I don't see a big purple dinosaur anywhere behind that chute gate. Brendan Lemon trying to get the bull. Oh, I see why they call him Barney. That's Barney the Bramer. And Barney the Bramer unseated Brendan. No score for the Lewistown bull rider.
That's a cowboy-looking bull right there, that old big hump. And looked like he kind of slapped him with his horn there, then kind of tilted him off. And this bull really bucked.
Well, he darn sure did. He bucked harder than Brendan could ride, and I think that big hump smacked him right square in the belly. Hey, we got more bulls. They're getting ready. I want you to get ready for more bull riding, too. We're going to be right back with more from Montana on 20X Rodeo High. We'll be back. Don't you move. Welcome back to 20X Rodeo High. I'm Wayne Wise along with Butch Morgan. We're playing the extreme sport here on 20X Rodeo High. You know what it is. It's bull riding. That's what it is. Matt Wisnick, Sydney, Montana. He's next. Quick update of the leaderboard goes like this. Zip, zero, nada. These guys haven't been able to ride one so far. Maybe Matt Wisnick will be the first man to get it done. Baby Bop. That's the name of this little bull. Round to the left. Come on, Matt. No. Not long enough, no score, and the trend continues.
Have you looked how good these bulls look? They are fat and slick. They feel good, and they're performing great. The bulls are performing awesome today. There hasn't been one kid get one rode yet.
Well, the bulls are doing their part. So far, the bull busters are a little behind the 8 ball. We are now 8 for the bulls, none for the bull riders. We got to change that. Matt Lodahl, Belgrade, Montana. He's going to be the next one to give it a shot. Perdita, that's the name of this bull. Well, we had Pongo. It only stands to reason that we'd have Perdita. Here's Perdita, spotted bull. Hang on to him. Come on, Matthew. Up, on tilt. That is not going to work. Down for a no score.
You know, he started a good ride. I think his feet just got behind him here. You know, you've used to ride bulls, Wayne. You know more about this than I do, but it doesn't look like a fun deal to me. But his feet kind of got behind him, and, man, he had his old head up there in a dangerous area.
Well, I can tell you this much. Bull riding is a lot of fun if you can get the deal done. But that's a huge if, and Butch, you hit it right on the head. When your feet start floating, that's when chances are you're going to wind up on the ground. You lose your feet, you lose your seat. That's what the bull riders say. Jake Shield. Wilsall, Montana, he's going to be the next one to give it a shot. The bulls are pitching a no-hitter as of right now. Jake and a bull called Caramel Corn says, all right, boys, let me try. Let me try to ride. Come on, Jake, hang on to him. Little more. Oh, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. And again, we see a man who loses his feet and loses his seat, and he just about lost his foot entirely.
You know, he did the same thing as the last boy did. He got up there and he started a good ride, and his feet got behind him. Man, I'll tell you what, this is a tough sport. If you think bull ride is easy, you are totally wrong. This is a hard event.
Well, it certainly is, and especially when you've got that much pure muscle trying to fight against you. And during the melee, the bull didn't step on him, just the brute force. Let's watch it again. It's the left leg, and it may be when the bull throws him out of there. He's doing pretty good right there. There goes all of the feet grip. Oh, yeah. Ooh. The bull whacked him right on the kneecap with his rear end, and that much beef will definitely hurt a kneecap, to say the least.
Well, you know, just like they say, no matter how good you ride, you're going to hit the ground every time. And these kids, like, he never quit again. He just kept going at him.
Vernon Wagner, Browning, Montana. He's in the Helena Lions Club bucking chute, trying to become the first man to successfully ride one of these bulls here in Helena. Vernon Wagner, Browning, Montana. He's got a bull called Black Sabbath. Maybe they named this bull after the rock and roll band. I don't know. But I do know that Vernon Wagner is not there long enough either. Another buck off. Chalk one up for the bulls.
You know, he got him kind of hung to the outside, then he just ripped him up. Well, like you say, when you get back on your arm, it's just kiss yourself goodbye. You're gone.
Well, I can promise you this. Unless everything works right, there is no way you're going to overpower one of these great big bucking bulls, and so far the bulls are killing these guys. Not literally, but figuratively. Jake Johnston, Melville, Montana. He's going to be next. He's got a bull called Toy Tiger. Harrington Bottling Company bucking chute for Jake Johnston. Now, we've met Jake a couple times on 20X Rodeo High. Let's see what he gets done. Come on, Jake. Hang on. Hang on to him.
He might make it.
He's got a good ride going. A little more. He's got him. He has got him ridden.
Great ride.
Wow.
Man, he is happy now.
And so are we. Finally, we have somebody make it to the whistle, and he didn't do anything wrong at all during that 8 seconds.
You know what? He never moved 2 inches from that rope. Watch that. His left hand is right there, and he is right up over that rope riding just like the big boys.
Well, our Wrangler officials liked it. They say 70 points will be the score. 7-0 for Jake Johnston. And the way the bull riding has gone so far, they just as well let him be 170 points. That was a good bull ride, and maybe we've broken the ice. Maybe the rest of these guys can follow suit. Levi Hendrickson, he's going to be the next man to give it a shot. He has been busy this week here in Montana. Hendrickson, a bareback rider, a bronc rider, just about anything inside a rodeo arena, this kid does. Arley, Montana, that's where he calls home. Hat Rack, that's the name of the bull. Oh, I see why. Look at the clown stabbers on that bull. Going to rip him out of there. No score for Levi.
Jerked his hand out of that rope, got him ripped back on the end of his arm, and when you get back there and you get to looking at the big horns, you're thinking, I want out of here.
Well, I'm not sure if Levi was thinking he wanted out or if he just wanted to jam his hand back into that handle if he could, but unfortunately you can't do that when it's 3 feet away from you. No score for Levi. And I thought the momentum was going to turn for our bull riders.
I thought he had him rode, boy. He sure tried him.
Here's Cole Toves, Florence, Montana bull rider. Got one called Hard Winter. Again, like that bull earlier that we met called Blizzard. Hey, if you're in Montana and you have one called Hard Winter, you can bet it might be just a little rough.
Well, he's kind of getting set in the chute. He knows all he has to do is stay on this bull, and he's going to win a big prize. So he's getting everything set and ready to roll.
All you have to do is keep your hand shut for 8 seconds and make an ugly face until the whistle. Here's Cole. Hard Winter, that's the bull. Round to the left, loosen him up. Ripped him out of there. No score for Cole.
Those big bulls are so strong, they just get him back on the end of their arm, these young kids, and then watch this. He gets him back there, and it's so long.
Katie bar the door, a little hop, step, stutter, and he's out. No score. Another one bites the dust. That'd be a good time for that old rock and roll tune, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Well, we're going to close out the bull riding on that note. And I can tell you, as you look at it, it ain't going to take long to read. Jake Johnston, he's going to win it all. He's the only man to make a successful ride, and there is his score of 70 right on top. From there on, it's all bulls, and that ain't no bull. The bulls were bad here at the Montana State High School Finals. We got a lot more action coming your way. I want you to stick around and don't miss any of it. We'll be back. Stick around, won't you? Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of 20X Rodeo High. We're coming at you from Big Sky Country, Montana. It's the Montana State High School Championship. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of good performances, but probably none better than the one that earned the Ariat Top Performance of the Day. It was turned in by JoBeth Askin of Belgrade, Montana. Whoops, you almost missed it, didn't you? Breakaway roping. She got rapid. 3.13 seconds, and she got a little lucky. The calf almost ran clear through the loop, but watch this. It catches on the hind feet, and that is okay. JoBeth Askin, she is the Ariat Top Performance of the Day, and she just picked up a pair of Ariat boots. Enjoy those boots, won't you? How about the other end of the arena? The Dodge Ride of the Week. It goes to the only man that made a qualified ride in our bull riding, Jake Johnston of Melville, Montana. Hung it all over the bull called Toy Tiger, good enough for a score of 70. More importantly, he was the only man to make the whistle. The bulls really bucked, but this man rode just a little better than Toy Tiger bucked. He turned in a score of 70, and he picked up the Dodge Ride of the Week. Congratulations to Jake and JoBeth. Well, we're going to load our pickups and go to the next one down the road. As we leave beautiful Montana, on behalf of Butch Morgan, this is Wayne Wise saying thanks for tuning in. And until next time, remember this. If you ain't living on the edge, you're taking up way too much room. See you later, everybody.